Hey guys, how you doing out there? This is another beard video I'm making here, and I wanted to make this video because I just trimmed my beard actually last night, and I was pondering if I should have went to the to go and get my beard trimmed because I have an event coming up, and should I go and trim my beard? Now I should have wore a black shirt for the video because the beard would have stood out better, but I pondered, should I go get a beard trim and pay $10 or whatever it is for a beard trim, or should I do it myself? And I've gotten several beard trims over the years, and I'd say half of the time I really liked the way it came out after the beard trim, but half of the time I didn't like the way it came out. And it's almost like a haircut. Half of the time you like it, half of the time you don't. And so I decided, well, I'm going to do it myself. And when I do it myself, half of the time I love it, and the other half of the time I'm okay with it. I never dislike it when I do it myself because I'm the one doing it. I'm the one that's in control. And so I wanted to make this video, and I wanted to remind you guys that do have beards, and when it comes time to trim them or to clean them up, practice doing it yourself. And the more you practice, the more you'll figure it out, the more you'll get it, and the more you'll learn. And yes, did I get everything exactly the way maybe if somebody else would have got it? It was a line trimmed extremely exactly like as neat as I've seen it other times. Or did I miss a hair there or there? No, maybe I didn't get everything, but I'm very pleased with the shape and how it came out and what's going on with it. And I'm even more pleased that I did it myself. Not only did I save money and time, but we can do things ourselves. We don't have to let everyone do everything for us all the time. So I want to encourage you guys that do have your beards consider that. Consider doing these things yourself and not leaving it up to somebody else to do. And it does make a difference, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing to do yourself. So I remember when I first had a beard, I didn't want to touch it at all. I didn't want to trim it at all, and it got pretty big and pretty wild. And even this time it was pretty big, but it wasn't as wild because I was keeping it to a degree over a certain length, and it was okay. It was okay. But as time went on, things happen, and I decided to trim it. The big thing for me was when I trimmed the mustache. My mustache used to be so big, and my goal was to push it to the side. But it got so big where it got to a point where it almost looked like I had one tooth when I would try to smile or something. And to a degree, I didn't mind that. But then I finally decided to cut that. When I cut the mustache, it led me to want to clean up everything else. And because it just didn't look right to have a trimmed mustache and an untrimmed beard, or vice versa, to have a trimmed beard and an untrimmed mustache. And I was pondering, and I thought, well, when my hair gets out of control, I'll get a haircut. So why not get a beard cut? And I'm all in favor of beards. The longer, the better. But keeping it clean and trimmed is refreshing, and I like it. I like the way it is. And again, I should have wore a black shirt today so you could see it a little bit better. Gray on gray is not the best way if you want to show your beard off better. But what do you guys think of it? Do you guys think I did a decent job? And are you guys yourselves trimming your own beards and mustache, or do you go and get them done? Do you wait for special occasions to get them done? See, I got a problem with that, waiting for a special occasion to get them done, because what happens in a case like that is 50-50, right? So 50% of the times you're getting it done and everything's great, but the other 50% of the time you're not. So it's not great. And so what do you do? Like in those times, especially when you have an event. So I think it's extremely helpful to get in the habit and practice of trimming your own beard so you can almost perfect the art of it. And then when you do have a special event or something where you really need to do it, you're 100% confident you can get it great and just the way you want. You don't have to worry about what anyone else is going to do to it or botch it up or anything like that. Also, it's becoming more common, these beards today. More people are having beards today, so more barbershops are announcing that they'll trim beards and all this. So it's becoming more readily available if that's what you choose to do. And by all means, if you're not confident cutting your own beard or trimming your own beard, please go and get it done by a place. That was a big step for me because I had never trimmed my beard really and didn't know what to do. And then somebody convinced me to go get it done by a professional. And I went to a barber shop. I got a haircut, and I said, why don't you go and trim the beard? And they did it, and they did a great job. I was very pleased with it. And but I wanted to perfect that, or at least imitate that, and be able to do it to myself. And it sounds crazy because why do we get a haircut? Like, we don't give ourselves our haircuts, right? Why do we go get a haircut when we want a haircut? So if somebody could say, well, when we want a beard trim, why would we do it ourselves if we don't give ourselves haircuts? Well, I just gave you the reasons why, because even with haircuts, it's a 50-50 deal. So it's always a good idea to get your, to learn, this, and it's not always going to be available as available it is for people to trim beards these days. It's not always available. It's not always going to happen like that. So the times that, there's somebody around, maybe if you mess it up, you can go to them and they could fix it up or try to fix it up, and hopefully they won't mess it up worse. But you want to practice and get this done. And so I like it. I feel I look good, and it came out well. You can tell me what you all think. And so I just want to encourage you to get into that practice and that habit of trimming and fixing your own beard. Okay. All right. You guys, answer me that question. Who trims their beard themselves, or who goes and gets it done professionally? And is that 100% of the time you do that, or just some of the times? Let me know what you think. All right. Have a great day, everybody. And beard on.